Welcome to ProKitchen University, an online video tutorial series, version 11. This video is part of the Mac Native Interface series for Mac users only. This video is an instructional overview of SketchUp 3D Model Warehouse. SketchUp packaging software allows users to download 3D models from the SketchUp 3D Warehouse. If you don't see the exact furniture, decorative items, or other 3D models you are looking for in our catalogs, you may use the SketchUp 3D Warehouse. To use this feature, you will need a SketchUp account, which you can sign up for at SketchUp.com. After the design is complete and you are ready to place 3D models in your design from the SketchUp 3D Warehouse, navigate to and left-click the SketchUp Warehouse icon found on the top toolbar. When the 3D Model Warehouse launches, you can use the search bar at the top to search for the item you're looking for, and then click the search button. The models available based on your input will appear below. Since ProKitchen uses Ray Trace 3D rendering technology, you'll want to pick a 3D model that looks the most realistic. Line drawings and clip art like 3D models won't complement your designs as well. Once you've found the 3D model you wish to download, click the Download button below the image and select the most recent version of this item. Note: if you are not signed into your SketchUp account, SketchUp will prompt you to do so now. Once the model has completed downloading, the Product Info dialog box will appear. You can use this to edit the model's information before placing it into your design. The General tab will let you modify the general information of the model. The product's SKU will be the information that appears on the item in your design. You may change this by highlighting the current SKU and typing in a new name for this product. You may also add a product description by typing in the description box. To adjust the item's dimensions, highlight the necessary field and type in a new dimension, or use the arrows on the right to adjust manually. The inner arrows will adjust in 1-inch increments, and the outer will adjust in fractional increments. If you will be charging the customer for this item, left-click in the Price field and type a new price, or adjust again using the arrows to the right. In the Type drop-down menu, you may change the type of item this will be. Please note that if you mark this as a wall item, it will be placed in your design at the wall item alignment height set within Design Settings. If you need to change the front orientation of the item, left-click the Orientation drop-down menu and select from clockwise 90 degrees, clockwise 180 degrees, or counterclockwise 90 degrees, or choose to maintain the default orientation. Note: if you adjust the front orientation of the item, you may need to adjust the depth and width dimension to reflect accordingly. Also, for many of the items found within SketchUp 3D Warehouse, you may change the texture or textures of the item in the Textures tab. The Texture tab will display the current textures included on the item. To change a texture, left-click the texture to select and open a menu. Then select Change. The ProKitchen Textures Catalog dialog box will appear. Either utilize the search bar to search for a texture by keyword, sample name, or number, or navigate the catalog tree. Left-click the texture to highlight it in blue, then left-click OK to apply. To return a texture to its default, reselect the texture, this time selecting Reset to Default Texture. Once all the desired changes have been made, left-click the Add to Design button to add the 3D model to your design. You will place this item in the exact manner you place your cabinets and appliances. Left-click once to drop the item. Then move the item into position and left-click once more to secure. The 3D Model Warehouse dialog box will reappear so that you may add more models to your design. Notice to the left under 3D Warehouse, you will see 3D Models. Left-click this icon to see and access a list of all your previously downloaded items. After you have finished placing all the models that you desire, click the red light button at the top left of the 3D Warehouse dialog box to exit. Some items may be easier to place if you turn off your zone and snap tabs at the bottom right corner of the ProKitchen screen, as this will allow you to move objects more freely about the design space. All items from SketchUp 3D Warehouse placed within a design will have their own right-click toolboxes. Here, you will find many of the familiar right-click tools and will function in the exact same manner as they do for cabinetry and other items. An additional tool here is Add to Catalog, which will allow you to save this downloaded item to your ProKitchen software for future use. When you hover over Add to Catalog, an additional side menu will appear. Slide the mouse over and left-click on 3D SketchUp Models Catalog, which is a pre-installed catalog specifically for this purpose. Once selected, the right-click toolbox will disappear, and the item will now be found within the 3D SketchUp Models Catalog. To find the 3D SketchUp Models Catalog, navigate to the Catalog panel on the left and left-click the drop-down. Use the rollerball on the mouse to scroll through the list and left-click on 3D SketchUp Models Catalog. Here, you will find the newly added item, which will default to the bottom of the list. As you can see, I have already created a few category folders, but this item doesn't fit into any of the existing categories. To create a new folder, left-click on the Categories folder at the top to highlight it in blue. Then right-click to open a menu and select New Category. A dialog box will appear where you may type in the desired folder name. Then left-click OK. To move an item into a folder, left-click on the item to highlight it in blue. Then right-click to open the menu and select Cut, which will remove the item from the bottom of the list to be placed within a new location. Or select Copy, which will create a copy to nestle within a folder as well as leave the original in its current position. Next, left-click the folder in which you'd like this item to be placed. Then right-click to open the menu, this time selecting Paste. Now, when we open the newly created folder, we will see the item nestled within. You can create even more organization by creating a subfolder. Select the folder you want to create a subcategory for. Then right-click to open the menu. Select New Category. Enter the name of the new subfolder in the pop-up dialog box and click OK. Now I may repeat the process of cutting and pasting into the desired folder. Select the item, right-click to open the menu and select Cut. Navigate to the subfolder, left-click to select, then right-click and select Paste. There are also additional right-click tools within the Catalog panel for your saved SketchUp items. Delete will delete the item from the ProKitchen 3D SketchUp catalog. Info, when selected, will launch the original SketchUp product dialog box, where you may make any necessary edits to the item. Alterations created here will become the item's new default of sorts, as they will retain the changes within the ProKitchen SketchUp catalog. Show Description, when enabled, will show the item's SKU with the additional description attached. When disabled, only the SKU will be visible in the catalog. You may also edit the item on plan with the right-click tool, Attributes. When selecting Attributes, the more familiar Attributes dialog box will appear. In the General tab, you may adjust the plan notation, price, and dimensions. And in the Textures tab, you may once again change the texture or textures of the item. Changes made with this method will only affect the item placed within the singular design. Once the design is complete, we can open our 3D Edge viewer with the 3D icon on the top toolbar. When the 3D Edge Viewer launches, you will see the beautiful 3D rendering with your SketchUp 3D models in place. With SketchUp 3D Warehouse as an additional tool, you have an expanded opportunity to create unique and customized designs for your customers that are sure to wow. Thank you for visiting Pro Kitchen University. Be sure to visit us at prokitchensoftware.com.